I'm just kidding. I already know my mic's off. I wasn't even saying jack shit. I was just mouthing. Yeah. You knew it. You knew it. You did it on purpose. Exactly. Was saying jack shit. Starting that height would be too much too early. But yeah, here we're gonna be painting figures. I should have grabbed the figure off my desk. On the shelf. We're gonna be painting the rest of this little guy I was showing off yesterday. Painting the rest of Marco Rossi. Didn't actually know, but you somehow guessed right. That's all that matters. There's some things I messed up on here. Not too many I can tell off the bat. Ah, I see. I was like, what's that supposed to be? Ah, that's the backpack strap. So, what we're gonna do to make this just a little bit. He kind of bad though. Who? This guy or me? I'm pretty bad. Pretty badass. I've only done videos. Oh, I'm so badass. I'm just as good as a Navy Army SEAL. Best believe it. No, so we're gonna do this. We're just gonna take the backpack strap off, or the backpack off itself, and paint it that way. That way it'd be a little bit easier getting to the backside. I don't think his arms are removable, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Cause I know some of these little figures, like their arms are removable and everything. It got me thinking thoughtly thoughts. A minifigure. I haven't seen a Lego minifigure. I think the last time I might have seen one was freaking Legoland. That was like 9 years ago? 10? It had been more. I don't think it was in high school by that time. I think it's been over 10 years since I've been to Legoland. Which is weird to think about it now, because they had a giant replica of Darth Vader and R2-D2 made out of Legos. And Star Wars wasn't really... Like, Star Wars was big, but wasn't, like, huge. Like, nothing was, like, really coming out. I think the only thing that came out for Star Wars back then was just the Clone Wars saga. I think. I think that's about it, really. I don't think anything else came out. But, we're gonna be using these today to paint. Yeah. They're meant for Gundams, but I say fuck it. The fact that they are paint pen markers meant for Gundam statues, I say like that's honestly perfect. I bought a whole lot of these. They can get a little spendy, but not too bad. It's $4 per marker. It's really nice because you can get pretty close to painting whatever you want with thin lines. It's just I gotta be careful with oops, smacking over my figure. I gotta be careful with this color though. This is gray. It's not like there's like any big difference with it than any other pen. It's just literally it's kind of loose. Because when I shook it to get some more paint out, there's paint just exploding everywhere. I was like, ah! I was drinking paint for the next 3 weeks. I was like, oh boy. So that wasn't good. And don't be surprised if I have to leave in like 10 minutes. Do something real quick. Be gone for 10 minutes and be back in 5 after that, so maybe it won't even be that long. It shouldn't even take 15 minutes. I'm trying to open this. Do I not have a pair of scissors? You know, I think I have everything on my desk. I don't think I have a pair of scissors. No, but I've got this knife. This very dull knife. It's extremely dull. Like it hardly even cuts. My uncle gave it to me probably about 8 years ago. It's very dull. Cooking bacon in my air fryer. Damn it, you knew my secret too well. Ah, shit. This is just as bad as that time they found metal Crustios in Crustios. This is stupid. To show you Crustios aren't dangerous, I'm here taking a spoonful of Crustios. Ah, it's poison. Krusty, that was just a regular Crustio. Ah, it's shredding my insides. Classic Simpsons. There's the blue. not trying to worry about opening. I'm trying to get the stupid plastic bits off. Yeah, it sucked. I had to buy 4 of these colors individually because you can get a pretty nice deal by buying a bundle pack, but it's like they don't have all the colors you want. So like the ones that I think had like red and yellow did not have like blue or like a tan. I was like, okay, that doesn't really help me. Or the ones that had blue had like, I don't think they had purple, but it was like black and like some other colors. It's like, dude, these colors suck. None of these are gonna help me. So I'm looking for like these specific colors. Play hit and run, heck yeah. Get that Homer Moo Moo. Or is that Road Rage? I forget. I think it was hit and run. What? Online calculator websites. Why would I use an online calculator? Huh? I mean, maybe if it's got like graphs you can put in and like good pi divisions, maybe. Like what's it called? Oh, what's that one? It's the opposite of what's it called? It's the opposite of using the power, like the power of 9. It's like use like that. Something root. We have to find the root of something. How fast they function? Oh. I'd recommend the worst one then. It's like it takes like 9 days to fucking calculate like one answer, and it's just like 1 plus 1. That'd be perfect. That's what I want. Like, yeah, see guys, I'll like edit it down. Be like, hey guys, see, look, this took 0.2 seconds. That's insane. You guys should definitely use this calculator. From this foreign website called Kodagi.com. To be like, wow, that sounds like a good idea. I'll use that one. And then they used it, but what the fuck? Who's messaging me? They're pinging very loud. Oh my god, fucking Opera. Let me drag my window. It's a weird looking mug. That's all I gotta say about that. Look, man. I don't know about you. If I'm using a calculator, I don't give a shit if it looks like a fucking brick. As long as it works. Fuck, I'll try to find those guys who made those stupid calculators in Minecraft. Like, hey, how good is this calculator? It's a Minecraft calculator in Minecraft. Tell me how it works. If you only just simple math equations like just normal division and multiplication, it's like, yeah, that's a calculator. Using in Minecraft, I don't know, you need to log into Minecraft to use it. You can probably have a faster time getting your iPad tablet.
My iPad tablet can calculate 2 answers at once. It's amazing. Isn't that right, Goku? I, Piccolo, am failing at math. Teach me the ways.
Alright, so I'm gonna... Let's get some tissue paper just in case it starts exploding everywhere or start leaking garbabe on my desk, just in case. Remember, kids, protect your stuff. That way, it doesn't everything doesn't get covered and exploded in with paints. Do that. Don't be an idiot like me. I'm usually an idiot. It's a problem. It's a medical condition. I like to call idiocy. It's good. So I think I'm probably gonna change the scenery. I'm gonna set up a new scene. I was thinking about this earlier. I probably should have done this before. I'm not gonna have a whole lot of time before and after work to do anything. We're just gonna do this. Go to a new scene. Just gonna Bop. Bop that right there. We can go right here. We're gonna copy this. Paste that. Oop. Actually, no, hold on. Do that. It's gonna load in. Take a second. There we go. It's actually not OBS. It's XSplit. That's just like the standard transition. It's just a fade in, fade out at the same time. Nothing too crazy. What I'm looking for, art. Copy that. Paste that over here. Oh, I hear my name. I gotta get going real soon. Actually, right now. Goodness. It's always so fucking loud. That is really big and obnoxious. Do that. Squish me like that. There we go. Now we have a better cam for when we're doing paints and everything. So I'll be back in 5 minutes. You guys don't do anything crazy. I swear if you do, I will slap your mother. She will not be happy. She will never be happy. She'll love it instead. I hope the Daytona mix has been helping you guys out. Is it still? Oh, let's see. This can't be still my song, is it? Nah, that's what it's not. Is it just stuck on Daytona music? I think it might be. It is. Gosh darn it! Won't let me change it. Okay, hold on. What's a good song? What's a good song to start with? Blue sky. How about a Mel Slug song? Fitting for what we're doing. I said this should actually be ordered by albums, yeah? Yeah, it is. Oh! Now Marvel vs. Capcom. Where'd it go? I just saw it. Metal. Let's see. Looking at the Metal Slug songs here. What's a good one? This is a classic one that I've always loved, which is Midnight Wandering. But that's not really a great one. I think this is a pretty good one. Is this the one I'm thinking of? No. Because I use that for the airplane one. That's not the one I'm thinking of. Shit. That's not the one I'm thinking of at all. Shut up, Daytona! I don't want to hear it right now. Just let me fun of me, Daytona. Where is it? It smells like 3 song I'm thinking of. I thought it was that one. Into the Void. Ah! Oh, it was this one, Into the Cosmos, not In the Void. There we go. I was like, what? Like, I thought that was it. Oh. Similar titles. I think Metal Slug 3 was probably like the craziest you ever gotten in the Metal Slug storytelling. Holy shit, dude, that thing was awesome. It was such a twist, you were never expecting it. I actually don't have the DK rap. There's a lot of songs I need to still add to my playlist, and that's actually one of them.
DK!
Wait, you know what? I might have the Smash Bros. Melee version. Might. My Bible! This is my preaching table! I'm ready to become a priest! You got a problem with that? I am Priest Man! My giant ass Bible's of truth. No lies, only truths. Like that time Jesus ate a snake, pretty crazy. And Moses killed a man? Wow. Couldn't believe it. Bible's crazy. It's got all kinds of stories. Especially when the Jehovah's were slain by Lucifer himself. It was like, dude. Bible's crazy. Try to get a good angle. What would be good for me to be close to the microphone so I don't have to scream my lungs out? I'm right here. I'm just gonna raise the table. That's not it. Right here. Loosen up. This thing actually fell more. I don't think it was this low before. sure what that was about. Back too soon? Yeah, I told you it wouldn't take that long. It shouldn't take 15 minutes. 15 minutes is being way too generous with the time. This is weird. Bad boys over here. A little work table. Same height as my desk, but you know what? It's just the fact that you guys can see what I'm doing, so I don't have to keep picking this. It still might be hard to see because I am just really blue. Hopefully, give you guys a slightly better idea. Could just do this. Where are we? Camera settings. Could do this. Zoom. We can do that. I'm being haunted. There. The ghosts are killing my internet! Stop it! You motherfuckers! Eating all my internets. So yeah, luckily these aren't pens, so honestly, like you can hear it right here. They sound like little spray cans, so that is a nice thing too. So it's not like actually like pens that will just like dry out. Luckily not. So I don't remember if I was gonna paint the backpack straps or something. I think I was, so I left them alone. The only thing that does suck about these pens is it depends on what pen you kind of get. Like the gray one I was talking about, how like that one just explodes everywhere. You do have to put a little bit of pressure to apply the paint. So if some of these like might be a little harder than others, but then like yeah, you get the gray one, that's a problem. It's just too loose and it's always just constantly leaking ink. Ah. Smash Brothers. Side of the backpack kind of hard because there's a lot of grooves in here. Kind of hard to paint the whole thing. Gotta get a little bit more of the underneath of it. Oh, I'm not really in a good position to see the chat. I gotta put it, chat over here. There we go. I can't believe you, Cody Geek. You coward. Haunting me like this, I can't believe it. I can't believe you've done this. Now my day's ruined. Let's see. That's painted. I need to paint the other side. No, I just didn't paint that side. So we're gonna let that sit and dry before I start painting the straps. He does have backpack straps right there. You can't see, but right where his arm is a little bit of tan on this side right here. That is a backpack strap, so we are gonna have to paint that. So that's gonna be the hard part. This is why I like the pens, because you get to go pretty thin on where you want the paint. I kind of wish the arms were removable on this one, because man, it'd make it so much easier to like get underneath like the arms and all that, because there's like a lot of tight creases on the figure. It wouldn't surprise me if they made this figure first on accident because of that. It's see when it's wet, it looks black. Got it. I'm wondering, like, dude, that's coming out super dark. Yeah, this part sucks right here because like, there's not a whole lot of space to work with. Someone get underneath this damn arm. This blows. So yeah, I'm gonna start cutting underneath this arm by accident, 'cause they made this thing way too tight. Unfortunately. Is it road blast? It is road blast. Yeah, you know the road blast soundtrack well, Cody. Yeah, I say that. Oop. You mean Monster that game? Hasn't it only been out for like a year? I guess it'd be a lot of time. My fingers have been covering so much paint. That is the nature of these things. It's almost been out for 20 years. I thought the dude was working on it for 20 years. Has he literally just had like public updates available every time those 20 years? I thought he just finished it not so long ago. At least that's what I thought. Some of this might have to redo over. Some of this stuff goes really fast. They're still trying to ruin it. This paint dries really fast. Oh, like what they've been taking away? Because I thought the game was pretty cool from what I saw. They quote unquote finished it. You know, like I thought it was like last year. I think this Marco figure's gonna look like the shittiest one of all. Cause like again, he doesn't have like any removable parts. It's like not a whole lot of space to work with on anything in this figure. Unfortunately, I think we're just gonna leave backpack back to back and just leave him alone because I'm touching the figure too much. It's much in pain. Oh, is it? It's because I'm farther from the mic. The music shouldn't be too loud. I think it's just one of those things. The soundtrack's always just gonna vary. We can pump up my voice though, since I am sitting farther away from the mic. How's that sound? Again, the mic's not in my face, so it is gonna be farther. What do I just talk normally? Yeah, it is pretty quiet. My voice is at least. We're gonna bump my audio by 200%. Hopefully that will balance things out. Again, I am farther away from the mic, so it does sound a little weird. We're just gonna let that figure dry its shoulder straps out for now. We're gonna check out the backpack again. If that dries out as fast as I think it is, this should be nearly dry. Yeah, that's pretty dry. Okay, so I'm thinking, we probably want to make the straps on the backpack brown. We either go for a brown or a tan. One of the two. And I'm thinking a brown might work. You can tell I've never used a brown because it's white. The edge of it is white, that means it's brand new. Actually, because it's brand new. Gotta push it in a couple times, get that brown flowing. There we go. Is this Red Earth? It is. That's funny. The second Red Earth comes on, I just automatically can tell what the fuck it is. It's got a really distinct soundtrack. Red Earth's not a really good game, but man, is it neat. It's just weird how at the end of that game you have to fight like an evil wizard sorcerer. Something like that. Whew. Dang it, backpack, stand still. I don't want smudging the paint. That brown's not going to be too noticeable, though. Oh well. Right, I should pull up a Marco picture, because I have reference of myself. What exactly I'm working with. Good thing I've got a Metal Slug, reference folder. I'm a stupid idiot. Open that up. Where's Marco? No slug. Did I not have one with Marco by himself? Doesn't look like it. Which is fine. There's plenty of Metal Slug artwork to work with. Oh, see, and that's the weird thing I kind of hate about all this Metal Slug art. Like, even like the official ones, it's like, you're gonna have all these different artworks, which are not nearly the same. They're pretty much nearly the same. It's just the color palettes are always different, which fucking blows. Cause yeah, no, it looks like it. It looks like the enemy backpack's more of like a greenish color, and his backpack's brown. I would never remember that. I'm trying to find another one to Marco. See, in this one here, it's right here, it's green. Yeah, it's like a lot of the fan art, remember it just being green. Yeah, this one's green too. This is official artwork too. I guess it's just one of those interpretation things. Then we should probably not painted the bag. The top of it is a sleeping bag. Probably should never painted that. Green. Good thing I have white here, so we can always fix that. We can do that once it dries. What we should do is work on his pants. I think we're gonna use this tan more as a skin color, as a way to correct things. Let's see, what would be a good way to indicate pants if we're not gonna use that color? Oh, here we go. Right, duh. Could use a brown. The boots are what? I think I made the boots black. I need to find the artwork I was looking at. I know which one I had in mind. It was one I was referencing a whole lot. It was the ratio, gotcha. Because yeah, now the music's just too fucking quiet. Especially this song. This is a good one too. This one actually works really well. It's actually my headphones are turned down. Squadron Wheel from Ring Fit Adventure. It's actually a really good one. Wait, let me try to find that Metal Slug artwork I was looking at. I know it was a colored pant. Ah, see, they also has pants as green. Those are a clear one. Fio, Airy, Leona. Guess there really isn't one. Yeah, see, his bag's brown, which kind of sucks. I fucked that up. Darn it, Tonko, even you can't get your colors right. Let's see, if we're using a green. We can go with this one. It's like a really faded dark brown. We can go with that for pants, because it's... but did I use that for his boots? I think I did. I thought I used the same color for his boots as his gloves. I guess not. Good way to find out that I actually used this color. I did. See? Yeah, I might as well just make his pants green then. There are only too many colors that blend in with each other in such a tight area. So this is fine. We'll just work with this. Green pants Marco. If you can't tell, I'm not a painter. It's usually all my artwork stays black and white, but eventually I'll need to learn color theory so I can actually learn how to actually color things way better. The Egg Rock Zone. I have trauma on stage. There's a non-scripted teleport in a Doom engine. Oh, trying to get a non-scripted teleport in a Doom engine. Yeah, I think that's always the craziest thing about that. It depends who you talk about. You know, depends who you talk to. Color theory, for someone who doesn't know coloring that helps with like blending in with other colors like me, I think color theory just might help with someone with no knowledge. It's one of those things, that's why I never took an art class. Yeah, exactly. If you're coloring things on YouTube, use bright colors and red arrows everywhere. But if someone who doesn't know art theory like me, that might be really useful. Art class in general, I dropped that shit really fast in college because I had really good art teachers in high school. I learned all my fundamentals from there, so it's like whatever they taught me in college, I already did not find it useful. Sure, like the first thing was like, oh, just draw sceneries, and it's like that's all the kind of teacher wanted was just sceneries. It's like I don't really care. I thought it was gonna help me more with just like, again, with stylization and everything. Yeah, exactly. It's always a good idea to get your fundamentals in art in general, because you can't just start doing art without fundamentals, you know. Even if you do learn on the way, that's still a good thing. Like, it took me forever to learn how to just draw a better anatomy, and that's just with practice and practice and practice. But yeah. I think I was looking more for that when I went to art class in college. I thought it was gonna help you like with stylization, and I can already tell the teacher just wanted to go for realism, which is not my type of thing. Nothing's wrong with realism. It's just that's not the style I want to go for. There was a good second I really wanted to, but then I realized it's like I'm not getting anywhere really fast, and it's gonna take me years and years and years to do this. So it's like I don't have time to make something that's realistic. Because the thumbnail I had before this, which was I think I labeled it the Handsome Cat 6.0, is when he was more realistic and had like it was honestly just wearing my just standard clothes. That took me like months on end just to draw. And I was just drawing like little details like drawing fur, drawing the headphones, crinkling right, whatever, blah 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 blah. That was just really annoying in general. And it's like, yeah, I can't be doing that kind of art if it's gonna take me that long to make it. This is his Yeek soundtrack? Yeah, I think this might be a newer song. He made for Bandcamp because I don't recognize. I don't think it's in the game. That's actually white for a bandana right there. Then I realized I tilting it down on accident. If I'm doing that on accident, I need to tighten it. Was it right here? Righty tighty. There we go. Alright. Well, that's drying out. Not the best way to paint it. Again, just try to make sure I don't paint on everything to start blending in colors. Yeah, you know what? We'll work on this guy. We'll work on the POW. I don't think I used yellow yet. I think this is a brand new color, yeah? Yep. Get the ink flowing a little bit. Blah, 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 blah. Come on. Oh. That is yellow, yellow. Well, that's how his hair is going to be then. What I should do is, work on the skin color first, because that yellow is yellow. Oh, hell yeah! Some Katamari music? Skip up, his arms are removable? Huh. Let's do that then. This is what I was talking about. I think Marco was made first because he doesn't have any removable limbs. Making it significantly harder to paint him. Yeah, wow. Katamari Damacy. Katamari Damacy. I don't care what anyone says. I think Touch My Katamari was a really good game. They should really just port that to the PlayStation since it has like the touch control pad and everything. So I think what I might have to do is because some of these colors are like some of the paints actually get in between the finger creases and all that. So what I might have to do later is get like a sewing needle or something and like just kind of like scrape at it, get all the excess paint out of there. There's a lot of small details on this hobo, I gotta say. I think getting his teeth, you can barely see it, but his mouth is barely open. I think getting his teeth is gonna probably be like the hardest part of this whole figure. Heck yeah, Mappy's great. Alright, this is a Yeek song, because it's just a remix of their main theme. Panda! Come back to me, Panda! I miss you, Panda! That game was something. Yeah, it really sucks. I'd recommend anyone play Touch My Cat and Mario, but it's like, yeah, if you don't have a Vita, I don't know how you are gonna play it in general. I guess the answer to that is get fucked, I guess. Unless you find an emulator to emulate the PS Vita. Vitas are a dying handheld. They forever will be now that Nintendo Switch is out. Yay, baby. forget. Is this supposed to be like a sad soundtrack? At least this song right here. Is it? Oh, it's the ending credits? Okay, Mr. Hobo, we're gonna leave you alone for a minute. We're gonna leave Mr. Hobo alone. We're gonna color in Marco's hair. Where'd yellow go? Is this yellow? Yeek music straight into Persona music. What? 2 different RPGs. Actually, is this still Persona? Let's say this actually might still be Yeek. Yeah, it is. I forget how good the soundtrack to Yeek is. It's just the game itself is just bad. Terrible writing. Which is so weird because now like a lot of people like brought attention to Yeek itself. It seems like the developer got like full of himself like, yeah, like he started making a bunch of videos like behind the scenes on Yeek and all that. It's like no one cares, dude. The game was a train wreck. You tried salvaging it like 9 different ways, and it's like you should have just like, I don't know, kept working on it instead of like releasing it in this weird state. Where it's like I don't want to re-record any new lines, I don't want to do any more of this, I can't spend any more money on it. It's like, then just wait longer. I don't think Geek was in such a high demand that it needed to be like rushed out the doors. Man, the voice acting in this game is so bad. It's like the voice acting for Bayonetta 3. So shitty. You guys hear about that? What's happening with Bayonetta 3? How the main voice actress for Bayonetta, Helena Taylor, is a complete fucking liar. At least that's what it makes it sound like. Sounds like she's a complete liar. So people are wondering, like, hey, why isn't Helena Taylor, the main voice actress for Bayonetta, playing Bayonetta in Bayonetta 3? She came out with a statement saying, yeah, they only offered me $4,000 for the whole role. And it turns out some guys who had, like, the transcripts and manuscripts of, like, everything that went down officially during, like, the whole meeting thing. They're like, yeah, they offered her $4,000 per session for 4 sessions. So she would have literally gotten $1,600 in 4 days. And then she came out and saying like, oh, I just want to put all this Bayonetta business behind me. It's like, so you literally brought it up. What do you mean? Yeah, so it sounds like the voice actress for Bayonetta 3 is a complete piece of shit. Just a big liar, so she can just throw fucking Platinum underneath the bus for absolutely what reason? I don't know. Just to make him bankrupt, I guess. Well, I mean, at least this yellow doesn't come out as yellow as I thought it would. It's just when it's wet, it's like extremely yellow. It's exactly the yellow I'm looking for, which is good. What is this Capcom music? Still Red Earth? Nice. Not sure what's with all the Red Earth music. God, Marco, I wish I could just tear off your arm and put it back together. They really fucked up on this figure. Made it impossibly hard to paint. I'm almost done with this hair. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that, just to dry for now. We should go back to the prisoner, because I think is... Yeah, I would say, I think all the tan colors should be dry by now. At least I think they are. Yeah. Luckily, the POW's got like a billion strands of hair here, which is nearly just a lot of yellow. Which is good. It's easier to work with. But yeah, moral of the story, people are corrupt and greed is a real nasty thing. Because so far, all it sounds like is, yeah, with Helen Taylor lying about her whole thing and why she didn't get hired for Bayonetta 3. Because it wasn't like she didn't get hired because she wasn't getting paid like $1,600 for basically 4 days of work. It was like she was demanding more. Like, well, we can't afford that, so we can't hire you. So it sounded like because of that, and her trying to throw Platinum underneath the bus, like, oh yeah, they offered me a lowball figure. It's like, dude, they're paying you high end, and you wanted more. Don't know if she like only lives off like the Bayonetta 3 lifestyle or the Bayonetta like voice acting lifestyle. I don't know. Either way, it's just like, yeah, I don't know. It sounds like she just wanted more and more money, so she can be like in a happy place of retirement or whatever. Some sort of horse shit. F-Zero, let's go. It just hit me when this yellow is like really wet. It reminds me of like fucking ramen packets, like that weird pale yellow. And then when it dries, it's like egg yolk. Swear, yeah, yeah. Get that SF5 music up in here. Oh no, I played in his I played in his lip. Uh-oh. Let's get Ow, ba ba la 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 ya 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 ba ya ba da ba 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 bow. Scat dow wa 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 wa. Scat ba da ba da da. I can't wait for Street Fighter 6, man. SF6 looks so fucking fun. That's it. No one's saying anything in the stream. Time to draw some porn. Aw, yeah. What's YouTube gonna do? Ban me? You know, I said porn. I don't know what made me think of it. Made me think of Tomi Tanaka. I wonder if she still holds the record for the biggest natural breasts. I don't think she does. 'Cause I think like someone beat her, but it's like, oh, why are her breasts so big and natural? It's like, well, she gained like 400 pounds of weight. It's like, ah, well, that'd do it. Alright, back to Marco. Let's try to get to the edge of his hair. And I can touch it. More as the fight music. I think that's good for his hair. I think Marco's hair is nearly done. So let that sit and dry. Which means the prisoner should be nearly done. As any other little touch-ups they need to do. Kind of everywhere, honestly. Man, you know what? I said porn. She's not a porn star. Actually, well, I mean, she does OnlyFans, but regardless. It was that one girl, what was it, like... Amaranth? Is that her name? I don't think it's Armada, I think it's Amaranth. Hope she's doing good. Sounds like a complete shit show of situations she's in. Her husband sounds like a complete asshole. And yeah, the way that her last stream ended is like, dude, that is very concerning. The fact, like, the stream cuts off like right before the door opens. It's like, yeah, that looks pretty concerning, especially like when her husband's literally just throwing money away because she won't like answer, because she like won't answer him like in a timely fashion. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude, you're insane. Well, I'm assuming no one's heard of it. No one's saying nothing. But yeah, it's a completely fucked situation. Yeah, her boyfriend. If fans knew where they lived, I'm sure people would go to her house and shoot her husband, boyfriend, whatever. He sounds like a complete asshole. Like he's already like threatening to fucking kill her dogs and everything. It's like, Jesus, man. You've got like no chill. You won't answer me, I'm just flushing down all our money down the drain to charities. It's like, okay. Shit, dude. That dude's a complete psychopath. Yeah, the green and the pants are coming out well. We just gotta keep painting it over. We gotta probably do like twice over. Yeah, it came out like nearly black on the shoulders. I should probably repaint that with some white and yellow, or some white and red. There's no way to like really fix that. Should probably do the red first because the white's like hardly ever used. Marco. Yeah, and that thing is bleeding red. What song is this? Is this from Bully? It is Bully. Remember that time when people were making rumors saying Bully 2 was gonna come out? Yeah. Spoiler alerts, I don't think it is. Wow, this is so wet. Yeah, I don't get how the shoulder straps are still wet. I don't get that. That shit was like done like 30 minutes ago or whatever. That's so weird. Let's see, we got red right there. That color. I'm just like throwing all these colors around so I can't tell like which one's which one like fast enough. Here we go. Pants, I think, right? Yeah, because the other one were boots. Well, here goes the fence. Which might be better if I set them upside down, that way the ink flows actually into them. Might be better if we do that. What song is this? Oh, Smash Bros. Sand Ocean. I can really tell it's Sand Ocean. Sounds more like a Metroid song. One part of the song that sounds like F-Zero is the intro. The beginning verse. Verse! That's what it is! Damn it, it took me that long to remember what soundtracks are called. Like when you have like them labeled in sections, it's chorus, verse 1, verse 2, verse 3, verse 4. That's what it is, it's a verse. Like how we have Rumbleverse and Multiverses. Yeah, some of the parts in the paint aren't drying as fast as I think they are, and yet other parts are like drying out really fast. So I don't know why the shoulder straps are not drying out. If I want to get his inner thigh right here, or his inner leg. Terrible pose for Marco. I think Marco's gonna be the hardest one. Let's call him good for a second. Let him dry. Let's work back more on the POW. His arm should be completely dry by now, so let's get this blue in. Actually, let's get the white in. Oh, put the white right here. His underpants are white with blue stripes, I remember that much. See, now I would have never remembered that. His pants are also green. Is this like a clear color? It's not. This might not be white at all. It might just be like a see-through clear gloss. Ah, man. Oh, that sucks. It's just a gloss. Damn it, this isn't white at all. Well, we need to make something look like a headlight. I mean, we got this at least. That sucks. I thought this would be color white. Like, tell me that does not look like the color white. What makes you think that's like a see-through gloss? Not me. Damn it. Wait a second. Oh. was like, wait, but I had the color white on him right now. No, because this is gray. Yeah, I think the paint's not running through the white right now. I was like, I used the white before, because how else would I get his shirt white? Well, let's see. Yeah, it looks like I get the white to bleed through now. Yeah, okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, what? There's no way it's gloss. Well, unfortunately, we have to wait for that to dry unless we can wipe it off. Make this process faster. Alright. I was really concerned. I'm like, dude, how is that not white? Okay. There we go. So far, I'm not impressed with this color white. It's like the color white in itself is like having a hard time getting through like all this like ink. Ooh, it's a lot of paint that came out. Oh, now it's just running white. This looks like I'm just painting this thing in Elmer's glue now. Goodness, that's a lot of white. No, oh yeah, I was like, what kind of paint does it smell? It almost smells like a spray can. I thought it was smell. For a second, I thought that was the smell of whiteout. I'm like, if that's the case, I'll just buy a bottle of whiteout. No, it smells like a spray can, honestly. Oh, Bionic Commando. You're cool. The remake was cool too. If only the ending didn't suck ass. Oh, we're hinting at a sequel. It's like, dude. I don't know how many millions of people are asking for a Bionic Commando remake. Even though it played really good, I don't know how many people were asking for it. Alright, now that we broke the white and actually got it to fucking bleed Elmer's glue, this is pretty good. We gotta wait for that to dry, because then we gotta put blue streaks through it. He's got striped underwear. What a loser! Let's see. Oh, he's actually got boots on. What would his boot color be? Would it be the same thing? I'd imagine it'd just be the same thing. Let's see. That's official art right there. Interesting. So his boots and pants are... Oh, it's like the army. The enemy army. The rebels. Okay. Let me do that. What's this? Is this just black? Looks like it. I don't think I've used black yet. I might have for the gloves. Let me make sure my thing's not broken, is it? No, it's not. Let's see. You know, just for distinction, I might just do the same thing. I might make his boots brown instead, and then make the pants that green color. Yeah, now that green's drying, it looks a lot better. It being wet does not help. I'm painting the bottom of his shoe so I can scrape out that name that says Andy on it. Who the hell is Andy? It's weird how people say, like, the whole, Andy, or not Andy, Woody getting cleaned and refurbished to look brand new, and Toy Story 2 was, like, a oddly satisfying moment. I didn't really find it satisfying. I thought it was a really neat, like, look on the inside, like, oh, wow, this is how they do it. Like, they take extreme precaution care on, like, these, like, vintage toys and all that. I don't think I've ever found a video that's been oddly satisfying yet. I've seen videos that look pretty neat and cool, like, what was it? I think the one that was pretty neat was, like, the guy going through the bar of soap with a knife, and then it comes off in little, like, rectangle chunks. It's like, oh, that's pretty neat. Hell yeah, get that cup hit in. It's funny that, what was it? Fallout got me to appreciate jazz. Skullgirls really cemented my love for jazz. So when I took a jazz class, I was like, yeah, I really do just do love fucking jazz. It's nice. Doesn't matter what it is. Big band, blues, ragtime, you name it. Jazz is just good in general. Wait. Exactly. You know, the thing I haven't looked up recently, and I think it's gonna be really hard to find, is like modern jazz. Because the big thing about jazz is that it was all free-form flow. And like, the band members just had to trust one another just to go off of each other. And just like make this unique sound and everything. So I don't know if you can find like any like freeform jazz like that nowadays. Because you can have stuff like this, but this would be considered more like a big band type of thing. Where like, yeah, it's jazz. Yeah, it's all unique in some parts, but it's like it's gonna fall in the same structure and gonna keep repeating itself over and over and over again. Because jazz, that's the whole thing, is like not one part sounds the same. Like you're gonna have like some parts sound the same, but it's like not all of it, like through and through. Because you might have like a, I believe they call it is a callback, quite literally in music, where it's like, oh yeah, you're gonna call back to a certain part in the song, but it's like, that's not the main beat of it. It's a familiar beat that they can always go back to and rely on, but it's not the main beat. Then you have F-Zero. Yeah, these figures aren't too big, but what do you guys think so far of like, this like whole painting process? Because like it's getting somewhere. The pants need to dry out a little bit more on Marco. Again, I'm not sure what's going on with this green. Why it's taking forever to dry. It looks official. It's getting there. It's slowly getting there. I'm missing the color on his belt. That's gonna be really hard because I have to put like a really thin line of gray for the belt buckle, and then I'm probably gonna put brown surrounding the whole belt itself. And then after that, I gotta paint his skin. Which, why did I leave his skin for last? I don't know. Probably a terrible call. Probably. We'll find out. There's the pens. Yeah, these are like actually the first figures I've ever painted, so I don't know how this is actually turning out. This one's turning out a little hard. So again, I think this is the first figure they made, so they didn't exactly make it easy like the other ones, to where it's like you can just pop off limbs to paint the insides of other stuff easier. Yeah, this Marco one's gonna be pretty bad, honestly. It's got a lot of mistakes. No, did I touch the backside? No. Gotta add more red to his shirt and his jacket because I didn't realize I missed the whole part behind his other arm. Right there. Hopefully this black is dried out, so hopefully I can paint over it this time. Now it's dried out. I'm not sure why it was taking so long to dry the first time. Yeah, Marco's got so many fine details, it makes it hard. Oh yeah, that weird WarioWare music, let's go! Now, this is my chicken dance. It's so bizarre, it's such a weird song. I like it though. It's like a Katamari. Oh, what a weird song. We could probably work more on the prisoner now. It's probably fine. Yeah. I think his underpants are fine too, so we can put the blue stripes through it. I do have an idea though, because I did the Arcade Mania yesterday, ruining my forever taste for Skullgirls. But I did have an idea for a drawing I want to do for it. I might use it for my new thumbnail picture because I've always thought, I was like, I can always change my thumbnail picture one more time. I think this one might cement my profile picture forever. That'd be a good idea, so I can actually start practicing my facial expressions. Is this King Knight? It is. No, is it? This is from the shadows. Spectre Torment. I'm like, this doesn't sound like King Knight. Man, Shovel Knight was a pretty good game. Tell you what though, don't play each DLC back to back. If you're like me, you want to explore every little thing. It's like, yeah, after like your 9th hour, you're gonna start like losing your touch and be like, what the fuck is this DLC? It sucks ass. It's like, oh, no, you just need a breather. Go back to it in like a day or two and be like, new gameplay. Don't eat raw leather. Why would I eat raw leather, huh? Excuse me? Look, man. I just thought if a cow's skin is really tough, or even a horse's skin is really tough, if I eat it, I can get stronger. As they say, you are what you eat, so if I eat raw leather, I should become stronger, right? But I can become so strong, though. I am what I eat, so if I eat raw leather, my skin can be, like, so thick a bullet can't pierce it, right? Or should I start eating Kevlar? I hear Kevlar's pretty good for that, too. Maybe I can eat, like, Kevlar-infused bacon, maybe? So I'll still have, like, some of the meat inside of me, and then I'll have, like, the Kevlar protecting me, yeah? That sounds like a pretty good idea, yeah? That's all I'm saying, Kodagi. If I eat the leather, I can become so strong. It can also be in the Guinness World Record.
Man who ate most leather and died at the youngest age.
I'll have 2 records. Man who ate the most leather and man who died fastest from eating the most leather. I'll be so cool. Alright, I think his pants are good for now. We can go to... Ripping those stripes in through his underpants. We're gonna give him a big brown streak on the backside. No one can tell me no. I haven't used blue yet. See, look at this. That brown right there, that brown color, it's the same color they use for leather. If I drink that paint, I should become just as strong as leather, right? That's how that works, yeah? Come on. Come on, blue. There we go. Is this still kind of wet? Then again, that was a lot of paint that came out of it. How wet are we talking about? Not incredibly wet. Pretty dry overall. I think this is that one strip I grabbed. I think it was because like it was still had like some of the tissue paper on it when I tried to wipe it off. Oops, that's all blue that came out on that. Ah, shit, I got it on his fingies. Well, that's not that bad. Got the blue in there. You can kind of see the little blue stripes. Not too well, though. That's fine. I gotta repaint his fingy. I think the POW's done, though. Oh, wait, I got his bracelets. He's got, like, little armbands. We should probably paint that green, too. I think the POW is done after that. Yeah, POW is pretty easy compared to the Marco. Yeah, parts of the underpants are still wet. That's why I was having a hard time painting it. Makes sense. Oh, is this back Into the Void? I think it is. Yep. Mayorwave back full circle to this song. Yeah. Parts of the underpants are still wet. Oops. It's so spooky, man. Parts of my underwear are still wet. Oh, shit. Like zoinks!
My pants are still wet.
Like zoink Scoob! I'm gonna breathe! Every lady I run into, man, I tell you what, I'd have to be running home from work every day then, shit. Like, just, God, saying that in front of the lady. Just imagine like some guy just running in front of a lady and going like, Zoinks, I'm gonna breathe! Put 30 minutes of In the Void? I don't know, I like Into the Cosmos better. Shit. Oh man. I'm getting more of the... touching more of the figure, this is bad. Let's just wait for more of this to dry, because I'm starting to touch the figure and the paint's getting on my hands now. It's gonna ruin the look of it! Oh! Alright, so if that's the case, let's go back to Marco. Alright, how did the brown come out in this? Kinda brown. Not a whole lot brown, but you can kinda tell if you look hard enough. Oh well. Right, so we need gray. So we need to paint his belt buckle. Ooh, I got that gray really running up. Yeah, it's running. Gotta be extremely careful. Just like that. Easy peasy. Yeah, I didn't think this gray would run like that fast, that hard. Oh, right, because that's the one I was saying that it fucking exploded everywhere on my table. Of course it would. Right. Oh, I need to stand up. Oh! Oh, my God. Oh, my legs. Ow! I don't know if you guys can hear that. I fucking popped my tailbone again. Oh. Woo! Whew. Let's see. If that one's almost done, we can work on another one. Let's see if Tarma's that hard. I don't know if Tarma would be that hard to paint. Maybe he wouldn't. Eat a random hooker's tailbone. God, that makes me think of that one bit. It wasn't Eric Andre. It was like, was it Tim and Aaron? Where like, was it they got a guy into like, yeah, actually like a tailbone? Like an actual like part of a tail. So it's like, it was like a nub like that big. Like, whoa, you actually got a tail? Well, let me check that out. Like the guy just like bites his fucking tail off. It's like, it's super fake, but it's so stupid. It's like, what the fuck even? Like, you know, like, put that in my mouth, it's like, ah! Fucking rips his tail off. It's so stupid. Oh god, looking at this Tarma figure. This is, yeah, I think they made Tarma and Marco first, because, yeah, there's, like, no breakable seams for anything here. This is gonna be another pain in the ass figure to paint. That's not good. That's extremely bad. They really did, it's so weird, because everyone else they thought through. I don't think Morden has any breakable parts, but, oops. There he goes. I don't think General Morton has any breakable parts, but, Yeah, he's got kind of more of a wider stance, so it's kind of easier to paint. They really didn't think the main characters through because the soldiers, they all have breakable limbs, so it's like you can take off like their arms and everything, like the POW. So that kind of sucks that half of them they made with at least some thought, and then the other ones they just said, ah, fuck it, who cares? So that kind of blows, honestly. That really does. So let's paint Marco for. Let's paint Tarma for now. We're gonna do skin color first. Actually, we're gonna do his teeth first. He's got this. I forgot. The POW has the same thing. He's got actual like teeth, visible teeth. That's gonna be kind of hard to paint. Man, I really got this white running. Holy shit. Too much white. Dang it, it's starting to run too much already. That was even that much pressure I put on and started to run too much. Son of a bitch. So I forgot about that. Maybe I can try doing the teeth? That seems like a bad idea. I should have done the teeth first in the POW. So I totally forgot he had teeth. Do it with a delicate hand, which I know not to have. And there it goes. There goes the delicate hand. I had it good for half a second. That's still fine because I was thinking about that. I think I had yellow on his mouth anyway, so I'll have to repaint his lip. Alright. Well, since that's going on, let's go with the easiest one. We'll do the same thing. We're going to use brown as his shoes. Now we know that the backpack straps are brown. He's got like a backpack strap running through, but it's not too noticeable because it stops pretty early. So we can try doing that. That doesn't sound like an easy task though. It sounds pretty tough. If only they had more thought put into them. Nah, brown's gonna have to be last in this one. It's not. You know, it's the inner part. Most likely to get yellow everywhere instead. So we just have to do brown with the shoes. As long as this. Is this from my dating sim games? Oh, it's Eek. Damn it. It's always Eek. You know, I just wondered. It just hit me. I wonder if I could get copyright strike for using... Nah, I probably would. From using the Kingdom Hearts versions of the Disney songs. We have like Sora, Donald, and Goofy also singing like within the song. Probably would though. Damn it, Cody G, I'm still thinking that stupid quote I said, parts of the underpants are still wet, just like going to meeting a random lady in the street. Hey sir, how's it going?
Sorry, ma'am, my pants just got wet. I need to go home right now.
Sounds so fucking stupid. Just as stupid as Cyberpunk. Oh yeah. Hey man, out of context, it does sound like a pee joke, doesn't it?
Yep, the underpants are still wet.
It sounds like a pee joke or like a pre-cum joke. One or the other, it does sound like that. Out of context.
Sorry, ma'am, my underwear just got wet.
I'll say, looking at Tarma, it's gonna be way easier drawing his pants, or painting his pants than Marcos, that's for sure. So they give you a whole lot of space to work with Tarma's. With Marcos' pants. Problem is, though, his arms are gonna be a pain in the ass to work with this time. What a strange contrast. Marco's arms were kind of easy to work with. Tarma's arms are going to be a pain in the shit to deal with. A pain in the shit. You heard me. Ooh, what's this? Barman? Yeah. I wouldn't recognize Second Attack's soundtrack too well. There we go. At that rate, we can probably go back to Marco painting his skin. Why does this sound like a F-Zero, 007 song? F-Zero, yuck. Not the name I was going for. You know, I know this is that Mario fan game, newer Super Mario Bros., but it made me think, it's like, what's the weirdest thing you realized that actually got, like, into canon? Like something that was like a spin-off or whatever, and it was like, oh, that's actually real, though.
Fury. It's got Nostalgia Critic now. God, this red paint's still fucking wet. It's so weird, like, parts of this, like, dry out pretty fast, and other parts just don't. It's weird paint. I think the weirdest thing that actually got canonized was Mario RPG actually being a real thing. So I like that game, but it's like they never acknowledged it, so like it wasn't like ever like canon. And so Mario Odyssey came out, where you fought Bowser in the clouds, and it's called the Nimbus Clouds or whatever. It's like, yep, that's from Mario RPG. Surprise, surprise, they actually put that in. God, what's with this red? It's like not drying out fast enough. I guess the second thing that'd be weird that was canonized was Cosmos from Sonic X, you know? It's not like she was like in any game or anything, and then that one official piece of artwork came out of Tails, like just in his like workshop room, and it's just like, oh yeah, there's Cosmos in a potted plant in his room. It's like, I guess that'd be the other weirdest thing, was that Sonic X was actually confirmed too. That's canon. On a different side note, right, I never did update you guys. I did contact my friend. I thought they were done with college. I didn't realize they're still going to college. So, they can't help me at all. Be a 3D storyboard artist at the time. But they did say that they'd be willing to help. If they just, like, need, like, some, if I need, like, some tips and pointers and everything. So, so yeah, the project's gonna take a bit longer. But, you know, I think it's fine. I still need to learn 3D, so them helping me out is going to be a big thing. Oh, man, it's already been 2 hours. Oh! Ugh. Fucking delicious coffee. I can't start my morning without my cup of coffee to give me the runs. Once I get the runs, then I get going. Go straight to work, don't go shitting until I'm done. Then they'll be wondering, who fucking blew up the bathroom? And I say, it was me, damn it. And then I'll get fired. So that'd be pretty good. Are underpants dry now? Yes. No? What's that? It's like Galapagos are still fucking wet. Got the coffee on my lips. Good old Mario Party. You know, that's something I never did either. I never beat the hard roller coaster. Mario Party 2. I should probably do that on the channel. Like, that will take hours and hours though, because that thing is long. You have to play every minigame, and some of them was like, oh, they're coin-based minigames. Like, you have to get like a certain amount of coins per thing. I think that'd be fun to do, but man, that would take a long time though. That'd take multiple Wednesday streams to do. Again, might be interesting though. Might. Alright, then we can repaint the POW's lips. I really wish I could remember the name of the POW, the one who shoots out the Hadokens in Metal Slug. I don't, unfortunately. Alright. Lips are painted so it doesn't look like he has like a bunch of... Looks like he's been eating glue. No more glue eating for him!
Bad.
Alright, we'll go back to green. Wait, were we using green? Yeah, we were. This backpack's completely green. Was his backpack removable? Thank God. Oh yeah, I forgot, but yeah, maybe I should contact that guy Kodagi. Yeah, you told me about. I think it'd be interesting to contact him. I think I'd probably help him on his game first. Problem is though, I don't know if he's going to stick with that game's art style of being pixelated art, because I've never done pixel art before. I mean, I could probably like draw like made motions, and he can like retexture that or really redraw that in pixel form. I don't know. I don't know if anything else would be green on Tarma, would there? Maybe the armbands, maybe. I don't think so. I think they might. No, I think his gloves might be black. Oops. Bring that artwork back for me, please, 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 please. Yeah, so he's got kind of the same thing going on where it's like. It honestly looks like it's supposed to just be gloves all the way. It's just hard to tell because they give like no interpretation for like any of that. So, good thing I have guides here to help me out. Because I know Marco and Tarma are literally the exact same character, sprite-wise. All I did was just change the jacket, the hair. Just said that shit out of the blue. I mean, hey, I get it though. Just two small guys just working on art stuff. I think it'd be interesting again to help them out. Right now it looks like he's just focusing on that whole what's it called? I should probably pick armbands last. On the code to make that game just at least feel good, but I feel like the animation can also help with some works because it looks like kind of stiff in general. But it just depends. I don't know how he's gonna make that fighting game. That roster just looks big though. He has like what, like 19 characters, 20 characters. I think it might be more than that. It's like, dude, you got a lot of characters to fucking work with. Jesus. I think it'd be interesting, but I don't know if I want to put more on my plate than I have to. I mean, it might help, though, to give an open hand to someone else. So I thought was interesting though was he was using Game Maker to make a fighting game. I thought Game Maker was just meant for RPGs. I thought that was pretty interesting. How does the machine gun usually go? The bigger machine guns. I think he might have one right here. Oh, so yeah, I think the rest is just usually just gray. Yeah. It's just the handle. The handle and the stock are usually brown. Says I know like all this like painting and all this other stuff's not helping on my main project, but it's like this is shit that just needs to be done in general. I've just been sitting around my room for like forever. It honestly, a lot of this shit just needs to be done. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that the inside of that pen marker. Sorta. That little bit of white that's shining through. Yeah, it's all the gray paint that's at the bottom. This thing's just exploding in paint. This gray is hyperactive.
Say, use me.
Yeah, I'll say I'm trying not to paint too much of the gun right now because I know it might hit the brown. I'm gonna paint as much as I can, we can get that out of the way in general. Is this that Fist of the North Star music? Is this Yakuza? Fist of the North Star, let's go. Is this Jaggy? Devil Rebirth. No. I don't think it's Jaggy. This is North Star was a cool game. Even though I can tell it made absolutely no sense, timeline-wise, it was still cool. It's the Yakuza guys who made it. There's no way I can fit the inside of this gun. Holy shit. What were they thinking? Okay. So hopefully the red has dried out. We can hopefully paint the white again on Marco. With the rest of his headband in there. Hopefully. Still bleeding white. That's good. Gosh dang it, some of that red was still wet. Now it's got like a pink color running through it. Damn it. Yeah. There's the pink! Not really visible, it looks pretty fun in camera, but trust me, there's pink running out through it. Damn it. Yeah, this red does not want to dry for the reason. It's having like a tough time drying out. Wait, what color is Marco's hair? Or Tarmo's? It's brown, isn't it? Because his jacket's yellow, yeah? Yeah. Is this second? SNK. Okay, what? Oh, it is. I never played 13, even though people said 13 was the better one. I played 12. Ooh, I fucked that up. wish I had more light sources in here. This would be really handy. The last thing I need is more shit in my room, so. Oh well. Sorry, I'm leaning back. You guys can't see the process, but I'm trying to get all the crevices of his hair early so I don't have to go back to it and do it again. I need to sit back so I can get maximum lighting. Yeah, I fucked up on a couple places. Not in his hair, but like it's just touching other parts. That might become an issue later. We'll just have to see how big of an issue that becomes in the future. Let's see. Still got an hour left. Woo! This paint and figure business is it hurt my ass. It's hurting my asshole. Ah! Let's see, how bad is this white paint still? Yeah, it's still pretty movable. When I had a problem, this red wasn't so fucking bloody. I really want to retouch on his pants. His pants aren't coming out the way I would like them. It's not like the prisoners. Oh wait, was I using a darker green? Might have been. Because this is coming out way brighter. Yeah, we're gonna use this green instead. Who cares if it matches the backpack? It stands out and doesn't look like weird, like glossy black. Yeah, that looks a lot better. This green really pops. Oh, I don't know what it took me this long. I was like, oh, this is Sakura's theme. I recognized Street Fighter 5, I just didn't realize whose theme it was. I don't listen to Sakura's theme all that religiously. This is F-Zero. There we go. Look at that. His pants are really popping now. That they actually look more filled in too, so that's good. So a lot of that blackish green I was using wasn't like popping all that well. It was like making it like a lot of it just kind of like see-through, which wasn't too great. So I'm glad that green's helping out a lot. I think that's it for the prisoner though. Oh, right, I forgot to repaint his finger. Other than that, that's pretty solid. Repaint his finger, and I think that's good for the prisoner. Oh, Advance Wars, why are you so dead? Man, I tell you what, it's taking fucking... What's that team called? The guys who made Shantae. Way Forward. It's taking them a long ass time to make that game. I'm probably gonna have to repaint his hand again, just like the Marco thing. A lot of it looks dry, but it's like it's still like partially wet, so it's like you can't tell. Not really. Alright, we can paint the rest of his backpack. Forgot his backpack was out here to dry. Have that out to dry again. I think we can work on Tarma again. And start painting his jacket. Is this KOF? It's a KOF song, but it's in Smash Brothers. Man, all this painting makes me hungry for some pussy. No. And I still think what I said yesterday. It's like, yeah, I still do kind of want to draw some smut right now. Just kind of do. I think I have enough lighting for this now. Wait, is this arm removable? This one is removable! Son of a bitch! Well, let me paint the gun easier. I was gonna say, like, this is impossible to paint the gun. Oh, this arm. This arm looks removable. Wow. So Marco's the only one that doesn't have removable limbs. That kind of fucking sucks. Something's still wet on it. That red paint's still wet, Jiminy. I've bought all these minis online. Unfortunately, all these minis came in with a figure of a tank. So there are 6 little minifigures. They might still all be available. I got them on AliExpress. What it is that these are from the Metal Slug X series. So these are like from what, 2008? I think these figures were made. Good ass song. But yeah. Each figure you buy, you get a little miniature with it. There's only 5 of them, and each 5 of them they have one little part that goes into the Metal Slug 2 ending, or sorry, the Metal Slug X ending, to where no, that's actually Metal Slug 2, where Morton gets the alien ship and is trying to shoot you with the alien ship inside of it. Here, I can show you instead of explaining it. Also, Tango Mango, let's go! So, again, 5 little figures you get to buy, and then after you buy all 5 figures, they give you like one little part to make each part of this little bad boy tank right here that General Morton is controlling. The problem with it is that you have to buy all 5. And one of the figures has General Morton inside of it, of the 5-pack, so... I mean, if you don't care about General Morton or the alien spaceship, you can just get all 4 figures. I think General Morton might come with the Big She tank. I think that's what it is, Big She. This is from Metal Slug 1, though. You know, why am I doing this? Hold on. It'd be easier if I do. There's a reason I have this. I did it earlier. I did it last week, I believe. My phone should be fully charged by now. Yeah. Go on. We're gonna do this. So buying all the figures, you get all these little guys. You get 3 normal soldier dudes. One's wearing the shoe. I forget if that one's called the shoe. Also, don't mind the tape. The tape is very old, so it tends to peel off pretty dang easy. But yeah, I think with Big She right here, you get General Morton. But then also getting Big She, you also get another part for the alien spaceship. So there are 5 little minifigures. The other one's down here. I think this one comes with Marco. I think this one comes with Marco. That one right there, I think that one's the shoe. I think that one comes with Tarma. And then each one comes with a little soldier. So yeah. That's all the little figures you get. Again, I got them off of AliExpress. Those little guys right there. And look at the Charizard. Look at that paper mache Charizard. He's so stupid looking. You gotta love him. He's the baby. But yeah. That's where I got them. I think I paid $70 for 5. Not the cheapest for little minifigures, especially when you have to pay them yourself too. The tanks all come with little stickers, so you can slap the stickers on yourself. But the little soldiers you have to all paint yourself, which is kind of unfortunate. I think that's all the yellow we need on his jacket. So we're gonna leave him out to dry for now. Well, actually, we can also get his pants. Bow, 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 skip up, bow, bow. I just noticed, you guys can see my open closet, can't you? You're looking at my computer, my piano, oh god, my guitar. Oh well. Is this also Yeek? Enough with the Yeek music, Jesus! Shuffle, come on. Pick up the pace, play some other stuff. It really just wants to play some Yeek music. This is a pretty soothing soundtrack, though. And it cuts off abruptly. That's good. Sounds like a Sega song. Is it Daytona? No, it's actually CBS. Oh, wow. This is kind of hard, actually. Tarma's, he has no indication where his shirt goes. It wrinkles a whole lot, but there's no clear cutoff point for his shirt. So I guess I'm just gonna have to make one. Unfortunate. I will say, there's one figure I've always regret not getting, and it's still really debatable if I still really want it, is there's a giant figure, a Theo, looking busty as usual. It's a pretty decent figure. It also has another like little tiny tank and a POW inside the little Melslug tank itself. Problem is though, is like at the time when I first saw it, it was like $300 or like $200. I think now it might be going like for $500. It's like shit, man. That thing is expensive as all holy hell. It's only gotten more expensive. Oh, sweet. Now we actually get some Sega music. You see my swag, everybody knows it's y'all just drag. I think you better step back, there's an itchy to give you smack. What's the matter, man, Jack? Don't you find you know I'm turning back. You may find so for ya. Motherfucker, about time that school ya. Don't even wanna get my fresh shit through. Program, you can be in the place. Now about time to put your hand to the face. Go be playing. I'm messing around, messing. I'd have to refresh myself on Metal Slug itself. So, Metal Slug 1, not a whole lot happening in Metal Slug 1, though. The lore in Metal Slug 1 is literally just a coup d'etat. Obviously, just a big allegory for the Nazis in general. I mean, you can look at their armbands, it's exactly the same thing. It's just, instead of making the swastika, they just made an X. So, I mean, Nazis wanted to take over, and you are part of the, I forget, it's called the Pedigree Falcons. I think it's the PF. Peregrine, sorry. The Peregrine Falcons. So you are the PF company, and I had to stop the Nazis from Metal Slug 1. Nothing too crazy happens there. So Metal Slug 2 happens, nearly the same thing, except you're going through the finalish areas before you find General Morden again. And you catch glimpses in the background, like, hey, man, there's a million ships. Huh. You don't really think too much of it, and then that's where the figure comes in that I was showing you. Here, I'm just gonna pause the song real quick. So then, once that happens, you find the alien ship. Then General Morden, you fight General Morden, and he's got the alien tank. He's made himself an alien ship and gave it tank tread so he can drive around it. 'Cause I think they realized like they're actually really durable. You're like, okay, that's pretty interesting. It's pretty much generally the same fight, and then you get to the final phase of Morden's boss fight, and he gets abducted by the alien ship. Turns out that's just like the end part. So the bottom of the alien ships can be helped turn into a giant cannon for the mothership itself. So the mothership abducts General Morden at the end of 2, and then all hell breaks loose. You have to fight the giant mothership, take it down, while literally you can see everyone in the background, the Pedigree Falcons and the Nazis, all trying to destroy the aliens because they're fucking shooting everything up. One random soldier sacrifices his life by flying a helicopter straight into the mothership, explodes, it leaves, it drops General Morden, and it looks like he's about to be experimented on. Fast forward to Metal Slug 3. Metal Slug 3, it goes completely haywire. From what it looks like, and part of it is kind of revisited on Metal Slug 7, that Metal Slug 3 nuclear waste, which seems like they were about to send a nuke, was about to go off onto an island, which I believe is probably supposed to be a reference to Pearl Harbor, because you're just on an island. Instead of just being bombed by planes, it was going to be nuked, and the nuke never went off, but instead it leaked out into the whole ocean, which is where you get fucking 50-foot crabs and like 10,000 feet eels and like giant jellyfish and everything. So everything's just getting mutated. You also have scientists trying to experiment around, and more things are just happening. Like more aliens are starting to come to Earth, because then you also get The second mission in Metal Slug 2, which is my favorite song for the longest time, which is Midnight Wandering, where the aliens are somehow reviving humans and they're just becoming zombies. Scientists figured out a cure. You gotta stop the aliens, which is the mono eyes. You do that. Again, more things are just breaking loose. More ancient evils are coming along with aliens, all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. You get to the end, Metal Slug 3, where you fight General Morton. Again, exact same boss fight, goes the exact same way as 1 and 2. You kill him. Turns out he was experimented on because he was actually a spy the whole time. They figured out how to make a human suit for the Mars people to invade and learn all the secrets of the Nazis. I forget what the Nazis are called. I'm just going to call them Nazis. And the Nazis were on their way making spaceships because General Morton was telling them to make spaceships. And they turned those spaceships into fighting machines to go straight up and shoot the shit out of the fucking mothership. And that's where you find General Morton. Right before that happens, Marco gets captured. It really just depends which character you're playing as. The main character you're playing as gets captured, and they get cloned on. So the aliens are trying to figure out how to clone people and figure out what I believe the general goal is to try to find the strongest person and a good leader to help trick people and to help fighting the Mars people when a different galactic war that's going on. Not really explained until part 4. You go up to the mothership, you explode it, kill the, I'm just call it, the Mars Mother, and you shoot the shit out of its brain and kill it. Then Metal Slug 4 happens, and it's pretty standard. You get 2 new characters. It's Marco and Eri, the 2 lovers. Canonically, they're kind of dating, not really told, unless you play like some of the KOF games. They're just in the background, hanging out with each other. Marco, Eri, I believe. Then it's Marco, Eri, Trevor, and Nadia. Trevor and Nadia are from the GBA game. They come in and they're helping out, and you're fighting the aliens straight off the bat. You're running down the highway, shooting more aliens, and you catch up with General Morton pretty early. You shoot the shit out of him, and a Mars person steps in and is like, "Hey, no, we need your guys' help." Because right when he's telling you this, like, you can look in the distance and like there's another alien race, and they're just eating the Mars people just from like tooth and limb, straight out. And like, no, there's a bigger galactic war going on here. We need your guys' help. This is what we're doing from 3. That happens from 3, so it goes straight into 4. Then my memory gets a little fuzzy on 4. What exactly happens? I think the same thing happens instead. They capture Theo, and instead of the other aliens, instead of making clones, they just transmogrify them into like a super, kind of like Bane. They just like drug them out and just make them like super tough and durable. Actually, more akin to like Alan, the main rebel who keeps coming back over and over again. Fucking beefed out beefcake that man is. I don't remember exactly what happens on 5. I think what happens in 5 too, because 4 and 5 take place at the exact same time. The problem with 5 though, I think there was also just another coup d'etat just happening at the exact same time another alien race decided to invade. Because 5, I think, takes place, like, you're just, like, straight up in Africa, and there's, like, all these, like, machinery things just going on. Because Metal Slug really loves using the machinery and also using, like, aliens. Mostly machinery. So, Metal Slug 5, you're using the other crew, which is Tarma and Theo, and I believe this is when Ralph Jones and Clark Steele also get introduced into the Metal Slug lore. So they're doing, I think, again, I really think they're just stopping at a different coup d'etat in another part of the world in Metal Slug 5. Metal Slug 6, I'd have to replay again. I don't remember what happens in 6. I don't think it's like anything too interesting. I think it might be hitting the exact same beats like with 1 and 2. I don't think anything too incredibly important really happens in 6. And then 7, there's no aliens. I think there might be some alien ships, but I think they might just be drones. Because, you know, the Nazis stole the whole alien ships in the second game, so they just kind of had like the schematics for Metal Slug thing, for Mars people, invasions, whatever, so they have like drones that look kind of like them. There's no aliens in 7. Instead, what happens is the coup d'etat comes back faster from 6. Because I think 6 was just another coup d'etat about the Nazis, because they actually got their forces back. Because I think 5 was just something completely different. Because it wasn't the Nazis, it was just like a different force that just came in. 7, the Nazis come back stronger than ever because General. It doesn't say who forced them to come back. It's just assumed. You can think General Morton from the far, far future sent back future soldiers to help reinforce the normal soldiers in Metal Slug 7. So you have So you have the future coming back into the past, but it doesn't go that well. That's 7 in a nutshell. Nothing really crazy happens. It's just like future things are coming to the past, and honestly, you probably fight like 10 future soldiers. For being a future thing, not a lot of future stuff happens in 7. Not really. It's pretty boring. But yeah, I think 3 is the craziest that ever goes on. 3 is the craziest. 4 is pretty interesting. That expands on the lore for 3. 5, again, I think it just so happens to be that there's a coup d'etat happening at the exact same time. 6, I don't remember. I'd have to retouch on 6. That's pretty much it. The Metal Slug lore doesn't go like that crazy. I think the series from 1 through 4 have like the most lore, and then 5 is kind of loosely based, and 6 and 7 don't really go more into it, which I think is a shame. I think 7 could touch on like a lot more because they barely touch on the future stuff. The craziest it gets is that, again, in 7, you fight a couple of future soldiers, and then you get a Zentatsu blade, which actually shoots out fucking like projectile blade beams, kind of like what's his name? Strider from Capcom. So that's pretty much the Metal Slug lore in a nutshell. It's not too crazy. They've been trying to go really crazy with Metal Slug Attack. I hate the story of Metal Slug Attack. It's like kind of rushed. It's kind of broken English everywhere. But 2, it's just like I don't like it. What's the lore? A lot of things are happening, but at the same time, look at all our babes. Don't you remember Metal Slug? It's got 1 billion babes. It's like, ugh. It really does suck. I think Metal Slug now, which is why I'm excited for the new Metal Slug game that's coming out, Metal Slug Awakening, because it seems like it ditches a lot of that stuff. Because Metal Slug Attack at the beginning had a lot of interesting stuff, because it had like more aliens, a different like intergalactic race going on, where it's like kind of like the whole future thing happening. But then it's like, look at, we have all these marketable babes. You remember when Metal Slug had 1 billion babes? Like, no. That's the problem with Metal Slug right now. Metal Slug Attack and Metal Slug, there's another one that came out. Metal Slug Tactics coming out, Awakening came out. We had Defense, Attack, and then was it Metal Slug Strategies? There's another game that's out right now. It just seems kind of weird, because Metal Slug 7 made it always seem like Marco was the best with just using guns in general. He was great using handguns. Tarma was the best at using the Metal Slug, was using any slugs, which is why he was able to lock the mechanisms in place when you're also moving. So instead of being able to shoot in every direction, you can actually lock it in place while shooting, so it makes it easier to move and shoot in tanks. Fio was the best with carrying explosives. She was good with grenades and everything. Or sorry, Aria was good with that. Fio was good. She was more of like a munitions girl. Any gun you picked up, she was always going to have extra ammo for it. So Fio was good at having extra munitions. Ralph was the most durable character in the game. He could literally just punch a tank to death, but also he can take 2 hits. And Clark was the second best, not by a whole lot. You'd have to grapple a guy, and he'd just get invincible durability for a short amount of time. Which is why I think Ralph and Clark, I think they're the brothers in arms, which makes sense because they're from one of the oldest series from SNK. It's I'd have to look at the poster. I don't remember what it's called. I don't think the poster's gonna say it either. No. Oh, it's because it's covered. It's like Final Wars or something like that. Yeah, Ralph Jones and Clark Steel are like the oldest characters out of the whole group, but they've went through. I don't have any jerky. Ralph and Clark, they've been through like, it's not even intergalactic shit. Ralph Jones and Clark Steel went through interdimensional shit. Like they've just been teleported from place to place and just like, okay, what do we do? We're just gonna run through and shoot the shit out of everything to save the world. It's like, all right, that's what Ralph and Clark do, I guess. Yeah. So Ralph and Clark are like the two veterans that know like nearly everything, and then Leona was just kind of thrown into the mix because she's Hydern, which is part of the Pedigree Falcons. He is like one of the like, generals. They just kind of got like thrown into the mix. So Hydern is Pedigree Falcon general, and Leona is his daughter, and she's also in high command and also has the Orochi blood. So loosely tied into KOF. KOF's the same thing as SNK has the same lore that goes on with Capcom Land. Capcom Land has multiple games happening at the exact same time, just different places of the world. Same with KOF. Whenever there's a KOF going on, you know for a fact that there's a Metal Gear War happening, Metal Slug War happening somewhere in that same universe. So, yeah. It's just a little weird. Metal Slug's lore isn't that interesting. It's mostly just coup d'etats and alien invasions. It's really neat though, because yeah, nothing's really told to you. The only thing that's really told to you is Metal Slug 4. Metal Slug 4 kind of like stops you in the place and just has like a small cutscene. That's pretty much about it. But yeah, I like Metal Slug for the way it is. A lot of people like Metal Slug for the way it is. Not for the story, just for the beautiful sprite work, which mostly sells it. That's the big seller, honestly. But yeah. That's Metal Slug in a nutshell. Just remember, Metal Slug is now infested with hot babes. Remember when Metal Slug had hot babes? I sure don't. But they love their hot babes. So that's the Metal Slug lore rant. Fascinating, one might say. I don't know if all. Okay. Since I went that Metal Slug rant, I think honestly the POW is pretty clean. Not too bad. Then again, he was kind of basic. He just had a lot of yellow going on. So I'd call the POW done. Marco, we're about to finish. Hopefully we can finish that right now. If the red has dried, if the red has not dried, then it's probably gonna have to be wait till tomorrow. White's still bleeding heavy. Good. Yeah, it's a lot more dry. This round through. Still a little wet. Still leaving some red. Yeah, we'll have to touch up Marco a little bit tomorrow. A lot of this red is just not drying out fast enough. So probably gonna call it done with the white for now. Don't think we need Ren anymore. What we could do is paint the rest of Tarma's gun now that figured out the arms are removable. Then paint like one of his hands black. Probably gonna actually just do both. Yeah, I can do both. Actually, we need to paint the inside of his gun brown. Now we removed his arms, we can paint the inside of his arm brown, or his gun stock brown. Same with the bottom of his gun. That's good. No more brown for today. Knock that over. Is that the gray? Yes. Woo, this thing is runny. Got all that gray on my finger. Gray is super runny. Forgot we're gonna have to paint the inside of the gun stock. Knocking over so many pens. You guys love the Donkey Kong music? It's the Tetris Donkey Kong song. Just in time, that melts like music. Need a little bit more gray. We need to paint this part in. The very front of his gun. Woo. God, this thing is just dripping gray. Sluglord video, I already did it! Unless you're here for that, yeah. I went through all Melsuck lore, it's not that interesting. Coup d'etats and aliens and Nazis. That's all you got. God, this grade is so fucking runny. Oh, make like Indiana Jones? Oh, that'd be pretty fun. Once upon a time, the Earth was walking at peace until the Nazis came in with weapons. We will take over the world and shoot nukes at your planet. And Pedigree Falcon said, "Fuck that!" And then they found Marco, and they also found Tarma too. And they went kabloo, kablow. They shot the Nazis and not shot them, but their bullets were too slow because they were like in bullet time or something like that. And they're like, "Hey, look at me." And then they killed Morton, and things were fine for a while until the Nazis came back with even more weapons. They're like, "We will fire alien nukes at you to make the world ours again." And Pedigree Falcon said, Hey, General Dipshit, you already did that once, that fails. So then they said Marco and Tarma in again, and they were like, "Hey, asshole, we're gonna stop you." And then they did that, and then a mothership came down. Not the music to go with this. And then a mothership came down. And was gonna destroy the whole world. They said little aliens everywhere, and people in helicopters were like shooting shit out of them. They're shooting shit out of each other. And then one guy sacrificed his life to blow up the mothership, and they got the general back. And things were okay for a while. Until General fucking Dickface came back again and was like, "Hey guys, I can take over the world again." And he's like, "Hey, fucking asshole, you did that twice already. Shut the fuck up." And they killed him again, and then it was an alien. And the aliens captured Marco, and Tarma was like, "Well, shit, I gotta go up there and save Marco." Then they flew to the mothership with little tiny spaceships there. They're like, "Yay big," and the mothership was like, "Yes, big." They went inside, they saved Marco, and then a bunch of clones came out, and they shot the shit out of clones. And then they had to get a tank and fly the shit fly out into the vacuum of space back in the Earth. Don't worry, they would have burned up, but they completely fine because they metals like protagonist. And then the mother of all the aliens came down and was like, "Ah!" And they went, "Ah!" And they shot the shit out of her. And then things were fine for a while. Until more aliens came down and they're like, "Hey, Sergeant Dickface, I thought we did this already." And the aliens are like, and it turns out that they were getting killed by other aliens. And the other aliens were super pissed, and they took a girl, and that girl was like Big Tits McGee or something like that. And then they made her super fucking drugged out, and she was super strong. And then they shot the shit out of her, like, "Hey, you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm okay, let's stop the aliens." So they did that, and then on the other side of the planet, there's another coup d'etat happening in Africa, but we don't want to talk about that one too much because that's kind of racist. And then Metal Slug 6 happened. I can't remember what happened in Metal Slug 6. And then Metal Slug 7 happened, and they're like, "Hey, future, hey, past me, I'm future you. I'm gonna send you future troops." And future General Dickface was like, past General Dickface was like, "Wow, thanks, future me." And then they had a big old war, and then that was kind of the end. There you go. That's my Indiana Jones version of Metal Slug. That's kind of all that happens. I really don't remember what happens in Metal Slug 6. It might be the same thing as just 7 and 2, which is like, "Hey, Nazis are back. Have fun." You happy with that? That's Metal Slug in a nutshell. And then Metal Slug came back as a phone game. It was like Busty Babes, and then that was it. And now that's Metal Slug. No, that's it. Busty Babes. That's it. All right, we can do the phone game. And then the Nazis came back another time. They're like, "Hey, dipshit, this is a phone game. Get the fuck out of here." And then they kind of left, and then they made another phone game. It was like, "Hey, Busty Babes." And they made a bunch of babes, and a bunch of intergalactic wars kind of happened at the same time. And it wasn't really too interesting because it was just kind of convoluted, and they didn't really know how to make a plot. And they kind of retconned a lot of stuff, like Marco being a gunman, but now he's a tank man. It actually made an AI because he's super smart, and Tarma's just kind of a fucking idiot. But they're like, "Hey, Busty Babes!" And then that game was kind of forgotten about. And then they made another game called Metal Slug Strategies. And they're like, "Hey, Busty Babes! Coup d'etats!" And that was about it. Now that's the whole Metal Slug lore. I shit you're not. That's like kind of the mobile games in a nutshell. You like how I just stole the voice from the Indiana Jones video?
Indiana Jones.
The one I always think is Iron Bad.
Iron Bad. Tony was walking through the desert.
Okay, is this Chrono Trigger? Yeah. Scum, bum, 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 bum. But yeah, that's all you gotta know about the mobile games. It's just like they just really want to market a bunch of busty babes. It's like, dude, I don't care. Personally, I don't care because that's what Metal Slug was never about. It wasn't about fucking hot babes. It's about fucking cool mechs. Cool mechs and machinery.
Hey, General Dipshit, that was my idea.
You know, I think we're gonna call Gun the Figures for now because a lot of these things just have to dry because everything's still just kind of still wet. Let's do that. Let's watch Iron Bad before we go. Alright, Marco, Tarma, you're gonna have to move over there. Yeah. Whoops. All that paint was bleeding through. Oh well. Would have bled through more if I didn't have napkins there. My hands are covered in paint. On. I gotta turn myself down because now I'm gonna sound extremely loud now that I'm like right in the microphone. There we go. Okay, music, get out of here. We're gonna watch some Indiana Jones real quick. We're gonna go back to this camera. I also gotta. You guys don't look at that screen, please. No, please. I gotta fix my camera real quick. So we had it on the Zoom property so you guys can see what I was working on. So we're just gonna do this. Just go. Wah. Nope. That's focus. Wrong one. Do this. Yeah. And then. I guess that works because since it zooms out fully out, there's no problem with tilt. So, yeah, I guess that works out. All right. Let's watch that real quick before we get going. Almost time for the end of the stream. Put on some good old Indiana Jones. Or Iron Bad. By a little man I like to call Yukino Joe. It sucks because he calls himself Joe now. It's like hard to find when you just call yourself named Joe. Should have stuck with Yukino. Luckily, his name still pops up when you type in Yukino. So that's the good thing. Put these pens away real quick. They're in my face, and I can't type. I can't type, and I get frustrated when I can't type. Type Lumina. That's a fighting game reference for all you anime dweebs. Type Lumina. Right. Iron Bad. Iron Bad. Yep. Still remember it. Man, I would love to make a remake of this video. It's so old. It needs a proper remake. Because this is like the highest quality it gets is 480p. It's so freaking old. What's this from? 2008! Damn! 14-year-old video. Woo! This thing needs to update.
Iron Bad. Once upon a time, Tony Stark was just walking through the desert when he was kidnapped by terrorists. You will make us weapons to fire at Americans with. So Tony said, fuck that! And he made Iron Man!
Jesus,
and he
flipping.
became Iron Man! and he was like, "Pooh, wow!" And he shot the terrorists, and they shot him, but it didn't do anything because Iron Man is made of iron, and he's invincible. And he's like, "Man, look at me." And then one day he was walking through the desert again, but he got to go home this time, and that was the end for a while. Until Iron Man went back to his house, and he made a new Iron Man that was even better than the first Iron Man. And he used it to fly around, and he went, "Whoa." And he went, "Whoa." And then he went, "Whoa," again. And then he went to the moon, and he was like, "Whoa." And then he flew, and they flew a thing, and then there was a plane, and it blew up, and it was like, "Pew!" And then the guy died, but he didn't really die, because Iron Man saved his life, and they killed another guy, and then he saved some village in the Middle East or something. And then for a while, everything was happy, until his best friend in the world, Major Dickface, was like, "Hi, Iron Man! Guess what? I know you're Iron Man!" And Iron Man was like, "Fuck you, dipshit." And he was like, "Hey, Iron Man! I have a better Iron Man than you! I call him Iron Man!" And Iron Man was like, "Hey, Sergeant Douchebag, shut the hell up! Iron Man's my idea!" So
Hey,
they
Sergeant
fought,
Douchebag!
and they got blown up and went, and then died, but he didn't really die. But the other guy died, and then Pepper died, but we didn't even mention her. Then she didn't die either. And then he went to a thing, and there were a million people there, and he just was like, "I am Iron Man. I am Iron Man. I am Iron Man." And they were all like,
"Whoa!"
And
And
that's
that's
the
the end. Yep. Classic. Gosh damn. So, you pizza, Super Pixel Dude, what do you think my explanation of Metal Slug was? Does that sound on par? It should be about on par. I say that's about 1-to-1 with Metal Slug lore. It's like all that. It's just mostly coup d'etats, Nazis, and aliens. That's pretty much about it. Maybe I could have added some more details about like the giant crabs and all that. Then he went to an island where a nuke didn't go off, and they were like, "Whoa!" And then they're like, "Whoa!" And it was like, then they saw a thing, and they're like, "Whoa!" Maybe I could have done that a couple more times because there was a lot of cool shit in Metal Slug 3. And then people started coming back to life, and the president was there, but the president didn't really do anything. He was like, "Here, have a thing," and they're like, "Wow!" And then he got Shooting Monkey. Well, he wasn't really important. And he had Caveman, you know, like, yeah, and they're like, "Ah!" Maybe I can like really do like a real take of that. Because there's a lot of shit I have to remember. Again, I don't remember anything about Metal Slug 5. I know part of it takes place in Africa. So I was like, and then you go to the other side of the planet where you have to go to Africa. We don't want to talk about that war because that's kind of touchy. That's all I remember. Metal Slug 5 takes place like at the start, I think like in Africa. Because that's all I know. Metal Slug 4 and 5 take place at the exact same time. One's just like literally in America, the other one's just like in Africa. Just happen to be the exact same time. But yeah, that's Metal Slug. In a nutshell. Yeah. But pretty good progression though. We got nearly done with Marco. Yeah, he's more a pain in the ass than I thought he is because he's got like no removable parts. So Marco's gonna take a good minute to finish. But other than that, POW's done. So that's 1 down. We're gonna have 2 done tomorrow. Hopefully 3. Hopefully we get Marco done. I imagine the normal soldiers are gonna be pretty easy to make. General Moore might be pretty easy too. Harsmart might just be his eye patch. That's about it. Hopefully that goes pretty dang well overall. But yeah, that's nearly the end of the stream. Thank you guys for coming in, checking me out, paint some stuff. I know it's kind of different than what we normally do. Because I know it's mostly just been digital art up to this point. Again, there's a lot of projects that need to get done that I just kind of just been slacking to do. So I think this is a perfect excuse for me just to do some other stuff around my room and everything that just needs to be done, touched up on. A lot of stuff that needs to be painted, mostly over there on my whole tower of consoles. But yeah, I don't know if that'd be a really good idea. If you guys want, I can do a a whole Milslug video like that. Just kind of a throwback to Yukino Joe. It'd be a longer one, that's for sure. It'd be longer than his, but it's like, what? 3 more minutes? Maybe 4? Either way, I think it'd be pretty fun to do a video like that. No one's making videos like Yukino Joe anymore, so that might be a good idea. Other than that, go for, man. Happy to watch. I'm just gonna, it means go for it. Yeah, I think it'd be, yeah, I figured there was an it missing. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty fun. Just something like in the style of Yukino Joe. Because even Yukino Joe doesn't make videos like that. He only made 2 videos like that, and that was it. So that'd be pretty interesting to do. A fun throwback, but I got a lot of projects on my back burner that I need to get done. So, yeah, if I was to do a video like that with Milslug, I'd probably just stick with 2D animation instead of trying to transition that to 3D. That'd be a lot of work for no reason making it in 3D. But one step at a time, so hopefully I learn enough by the end of this year to get things rolling. So, again, we're just going to keep plunking away and getting all that shit done. So, thank you guys so much for joining. That is the end of the stream. Remember, kiss your mom, kiss your frog, kiss your dad, mostly your frog. Your frog needs a lot of attention. You kind of neglected it for like the last 18 years, so it needs a lot of attention. It might be dead underneath your bed, but, you know, you kind of need to take care of it. It's just that kind of thing, you know, you just can't let things